Millen played in the 1968, 1969, and 1970 Quebec International Pee Wee hockey tournaments with minor ice hockey teams from Toronto. The Toronto native was chosen 102nd overall by the Pittsburgh Penguins in the 1977 NHL amateur draft, while he was in the midst of a fine Ontario Hockey Association (OHA) season with the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. He had played for the Peterborough Petes in the OHA from 1974 to 1977. In 1978-79, he looked solid in 28 games as a rookie and became a fan favorite at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. 2 years later, Millen won 25 games and nearly led his team to a first-round upset over the St. Louis Blues, losing the decisive fifth game in double overtime. In spite of his postseason heroics, the Penguins allowed Millen to leave the club that summer. In June 1981, the Hartford Whalers signed him as a restricted free agent. The Penguins had the right to match the offer, but their general manager, Baz Bastien, was on vacation and was unaware that Millen had signed, and as a result the deadline for the Penguins to match passed. In compensation, the Penguins received forwards Pat Batet and Kevin McClelland. With the Whalers, Millen pushed incumbent starter John Garrett into the backup role and logged a heavy workload. After playing in 55 games for the Whalers in 1981-82, Millen represented Canada at the 1982 Ice Hockey World Championships. In 1983-84, he led the NHL with 60 appearances, but he could not get the lowly Whalers into the postseason. During the 1984-85 season, he was involved in a blockbuster trade that sent him to the St. Louis Blues with Mark Johnson for goaltender Mike Liot and forward Jurgen Pettersson. After ending his career, Millen became the color commentator on television broadcasts for the expansion Ottawa Senators. During his 11 seasons affiliated with the Senators, his play-by-play partners included Don Chevalier, Rob Faulds, and Dean Brown. He also paired with Chevalier as the lead broadcasting team for CTV's ice hockey coverage at the 1994 Winter Olympics. Beginning in the 1995 season, he joined the CBC's Hockey Night in Canada. After a year with CTV Sportsnet, he rejoined HNIC in 1999-2000 as the color commentator of the network's secondary broadcast team, first paired with Chris Cuthbert and then Jim Hewson, mostly covering the second game of weekly doubleheader and 3 playoff rounds. He was promoted to the lead team in 2007, working alongside Bob Cole. In this role, he worked on CBC's coverage of the 2007 and 2008 Stanley Cup Finals. In 2005, he moved from the Senators to the Maple Leafs local broadcast team, and in 2007, he became the Leafs' lead television color commentator, working alongside Joe Bowen on Sportsnet Ontario and Leafs TV. As of 2014, he worked exclusively for Rogers Communications, both on telecasts that were part of the national television contract under the Hockey Night in Canada, Rogers Monday Night Hockey, or Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey banners. He had worked as an analyst on the Maple Leafs regional package that appeared on Sportsnet Ontario. Until his death, he worked primarily on Calgary Flames broadcasts under the Hockey Night in Canada banner. The NHL Alumni Association announced Millen's death on Monday. Canadian sports broadcast network Sportsnet, for whom Millen worked, confirmed his death. A cause of death was not announced. Per the NHLA, Millen's death was sudden.